When drawing a histogram, our first step is to work out the frequency density for each row. To work out frequency density, it's always the frequency on the top divided by the class width. Looking at our first row, our frequency is number of potatoes, in this case 20. So it's going to be 20 divided by our class width is always the upper bound, subtract the lower bound. Here 70 subtract 50 gives us 20. And 20 divided by 20 gives us 1. So we've got a frequency density of 1. Look at my next row. Here my frequency, again, number of potatoes, in this case, is 50. And that's going to be divided by the class width. Again, the class width is the upper bound, subtract the lower bound. Here, 80 subtract 70 gives us 10. And 50 divided by 10 gives us a frequency density of 5. Look at my next row. The frequency, in this case, number of potatoes, is 60. And it's always divided by the class width. Again, the class width is the upper bound, subtract the lower bound. In this case, 90 subtract 80 gives us 10. And we know 60 divided by 10 gives us a frequency density of 6. Looking at my final row, the frequency, in this case, number of potatoes, is 30. And it's always divided by, again, the class width. The class width, the upper bound, subtract the lower bound. In this case, 110 subtract 90 gives us 20. And 30 divided by 20 gives us a frequency density of 1.5. When drawing a histogram, our vertical axis is always our frequency density. To determine a suitable scale, looking at our frequency density, well, the highest frequency density in this case is 6. So therefore, it must reach up to 6. Hence, in this case, I can go up in 1. So when drawing the bars, I use the full class width. So my first bar is going to be 50 to 70. So 50 to 70. And I go up its corresponding frequency density, in this case, 1. For my next bar, I now repeat this process. I use the full class interval. Hence, from 70 to 80, I go up a frequency density of 5. So from 70 to 80, go up a frequency density of 5 and draw my bar. For my next bar, I use the full class interval, in this case 80 to 90, and I go up a corresponding frequency density of 6. So from 80 to 90, I go up a frequency density of 6 and draw my bar. And for my final bar, again, I use the full class interval, and I go up its corresponding frequency density. Hence, from 90 to 110, so 90 to 110, I go up a frequency density of 1.5 and draw my bar.